All right, everybody, good afternoon. How are you doing today? Welcome to our daily webinar now because we've been on here for quite a bit. So we've been on, what was it, last Thursday, Friday, Monday, yesterday, and today, Tuesday. And we're going to be back on here again tomorrow. So I hope everybody's doing good. And yeah, are you ready for the big day? We have 2 days now. Tomorrow is the 31st, and then on the 1st of August, which is Thursday, we are going to be doing our 40-day greatness challenge. 40 days to achieve a major goal in your life, make a lasting impact on somebody else's life. And so I hope you're ready for it. So before we get into it, let me just do my little quick test here. So who do we have in the house, and also what have you decided to do? What is going to be your goal, right? You see the t-shirt here today, you're destined for greatness, right? We're talking about the greatness challenge. It's all about achieving something great in 40 days, okay? 40 days. We don't want to take forever. We want to concentrate our efforts from August the 1st to September the 9th. That's the 40-day challenge. You're going to give it your best. You're going to achieve something major that has a ripple effect in other areas of your life. So if you haven't had it written down yet, please, my friend, you only have today, tomorrow to get it done, because come Thursday is implementation day. Thursday is not the day you want to be trying to figure out what you're doing and getting your plans together. No, we've been working up towards that. So I'll do a quick review one more time as we get started here. Give a shout out to Melissa. Dr. Lewis is in the house here today. Wonderful. And some of you have been able to watch the review already. Let's see here. Okay, so I think you can see me well. If you can't hear me, just please put a little message in here and let me know. But I think everybody is pretty much seeing me now. All right, my name is Chance, U.S. Navy veteran, #1 best-selling author, minister, and implementation strategist, meaning I help people implement strategies in their lives to accomplish goals, whether that be in the area of their health, finances, spirituality, relationships, and those type of things. 7 different areas of life we talk about, that we believe can really make people accelerate into the direction where God wants them to go. So again, and that's where you can set goals in any of those areas. Again, we talk about, let's go, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, social, professional, and financial. Those are the 7 different areas of life that if you work on any one of those, you can have a ripple effect on the other areas as well. So now being the time where we are now finishing off again month number 7, we are going into the 8th month of this year. We only have 5 more months left before this year closes, and you want to achieve and you want to do something great. So I encourage you to take this seriously, because time is of the essence, right? Teach us to number days that we may apply our hearts onto what? Wisdom. So it takes wisdom to actually live the kind of life that God wants you to live. Okay. Give me one more second here. I just like to check my phone, make sure I'm seeing me as well. So that way, because most people, of course, we know are watching also on their mobile devices. So if I'm seeing and hearing me well, then I know you are seeing and hearing me good also. Okay. Alrighty, let's go live here. Already. Click. Okay, good. I'm seeing myself, so I think we're good to go. Already. So what are we going to talk about today? Yesterday, we talked about some strategies in being able to achieve goals quickly. We're going to continue in that vein today, but I'm going to give you some more specifics. Yesterday, when I talk about strategies, I meant, framework. What is the overall, the vehicle that will help to get you there? So back to square one. For those who just joining us, we are talking about 40 days to achieve greatness in your life, in any area of that life. We are also talking about our 40-day greatness challenge, which we're going to be launching on August the 1st all the way to September the 9th. It's 40 days of impact, 40 days of greatness, 40 days of success, happiness, 40 days of doing something meaningful and significant in your life, not just, the regular stuff. This is not one of those resolution type thing. This is actually getting work done. So we talk about the first thing you need to do is decide what it is that you want to accomplish in clear language, meaning I want to lose 10 pounds in 40 days. I want to pay off $10,000 worth of debt in 40 days. I want to be able to find a new job in 40 days. I want to be able to get married, or whatever the case may be, but it must be concrete, meaning that it is so specific that there is no denial. At the end of 40 days, we can look back and see whether or not we got it accomplished. So we call those SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So in 40 days, what is a major goal that you're going to set to work on to achieve? After you've set that goal, now we need to have a plan. Okay, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So now we're going to sit down and we're going to map out some steps. Okay, we take the example again. You want to lose the weight. We're going to say, okay, in 40 days, I'm supposed to be losing X, Y, and Z amount of pounds. I should be losing at least 3 point something, 4 pounds, roughly a week or so. So when you look at it from that perspective, actually, yeah, when you look at it from that perspective, now you are giving it steps. You're putting a direction on there. So think of the goal is the destination. That's where we want to go. How are we going to get there? You know what I mean? So your map, now the map becomes the plan. The plan is the map to get you from point A to point B. So that's why we have to have a plan written out in clear, specific details. What time am I going to wake up? What time am I going to do that? If you're studying for an exam, a certification program, you say, okay, I'm going to commit 4 hours of studying a day from this time to that time, not just 4 hours a day, but we need to know specifically. And on what days. It's going to be Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays, and then you take a break for the rest of the time, or something along those lines. If you're trying to get a job, we're going to say, I'm going to apply for 4 or 5 jobs a day. I'm going to try to get at least 1 or 2 interview. At least if it's 40 days, we only have about 4.5 weeks or so roughly. So what we're going to say is this: you want to be able to say, I'm going to get maybe 5, 10 interviews or something like that. Like, you got to be aggressive. So that's why we said focus on one major goal, not on many goals, one major goal. But we want to also make an impact. So it's not just about us. I want you, in the next 40 days, once we begin, you're going to take 3 actions every day, 3 committed steps. Okay, one is you're going to apply something in your plan for accomplishing your goal, which is for you. Secondarily, you're going to take another action, which is doing something for somebody very close to you that you love in your family or a very close friend. And then the third step of action is you're going to do something to bless somebody else, which could be a total stranger outside your circle, volunteering, anything along those lines. So what we hopefully we can do here is, if we have 40 people at least taking this challenge for 40 days who can make an impact in the lives of 40 other people, each of us affecting 40 other people, then we will have touched 1,600 people in the span of just 40 days. So again, you want to think critically and realistic here, right? This can be done. This can be done. And I hope that it will be something that calls to you and help others. Please share this. Share this with somebody else. Okay. The website to get more details or to register is strategicsecrets.com/challenge. And I'm going to actually put up the link below here. It's in the chat right there. Okay. So people who want to, if you're watching this, you can click on there. Also, for those of you who are on your PC, right on the right-hand side of your screen where we are chatting as well, you can actually click on this button right there. You see the picture, 40-day challenge. And then if you're on your mobile device, your cell phone, your iPad, and so forth, right below this video, right below here is where you need to click. So you're going to see, the lady climbing the rock there, 40-day greatness challenge. I'm ready for 40 days of greatness, success, impact, and achievement. Reserve my seat now. Click on that, and it will take you to the challenge. It's just a simple $1 a day. Okay, that's to give you some incentive and motivation to actually commit to getting it done. And it's part of, again, what we're using to help to bless, the lives of other people in the next 40 days. So, okay, so again, Destination, what is your goal? That is where you want to go. That's what you want to achieve. That's the outcome. Then we have a plan, which is the map to get us there. But how are we going to get there? What's the best vehicle? Because there are many ways to get to a particular goal. So we want to find the best road, the best route. But then after we have that, what's the best vehicle to make that happen? So that's what we focused on yesterday. Yesterday was all about what strategy that you will use as a vehicle to accelerate your growth, to accelerate the achievement of any goal that you set. For example, we talk about frameworks. Frameworks are one of those things where it's a simple strategy that also has steps within it that makes the accomplishment of a thing a reality. So in general, we say if you want to be healthy, if you follow a strategy called New Start, right? In any of those areas, if every day you simply take charge of your nutrition, your exercise, water, sunshine, your temperance, and you also, fresh air, getting outside and rest, and then trust in God. If you do those things, that's a strategy for maintaining peak performance and health. Okay. We talk about our acronym for relationships, trust, right? If we focus on that, if you focus on the trust in one another, focus on responsibility, unity, stewardship, and also again your temple and temperance and whatnot, you will begin to see you have increased relationship there. So everything like that is all about strategy. Okay, writing, we do the same thing. We have at least seven different strategies for writing books very swiftly that most people, if you take those, we have for those who want to go slow and for those who want to go fast. So we have strategies where if you want to write a book in 1 hour, 1 day, you can do it this way. If you want to do it in 1 week, here's another strategy. If you want to take a month, here's another strategy. If you want to take a year, we don't have any strategy for that because we don't like to waste time. So there's no point in taking a whole year in this day and age in order to get your stuff done. So that's what we're talking about of accelerated growth, accelerated performance, and making things happen because we only have a limited time on this earth. And not only that, but when things are drawn out, we become, we become very, lax, and we procrastinate quite a bit. So you and I, we need to have things that motivate us and drive us. And that's why the athlete has to get in shape by a certain time. If they have a race coming up, they're practicing, they're consistent. Bodybuilders, the same thing. It's a focused strategy to making things happen. So that's what we're going to be doing. So what we're looking for, 40 people for 40 days to make an impact in the lives of 40 other people. So go to strategicsecret.com/challenge. Now, let's get into today. I give you a few more strategies on how we can be able to get accelerated growth and achievement out of whatever it is that you are trying to do. So, number one, based on all the strategies we talked about yesterday and examples, here is a fast way to achieve a goal. Get help. Yeah, it sounds so simple, right? But we talk about what is simple is not always being done, right? What is common sense is not always common practice. And don't confuse simplicity, okay, for being simplistic. Already simplicity, okay? There's a quotation I normally share as well, which is not my own, but it goes like this, okay? Your success is in your simplicity. As soon as you depart from it, your power, strength is gone. Okay, simplicity of achievement is what makes things doable. Many times we make stuff too complicated. It's just the same thing. Okay, on here we talk about, okay, if you want to get your stuff fast to market, well, you can do a whole lot of stuff, waste time, and get all this stuff together. But hey, one of the fastest way to get your stuff out to the market is use social media. Voila, right? Today you can get on Facebook Live and tell everybody about your stuff. You can run Facebook advertising, YouTube advertising, and get everything out there. Voila. Okay, getting your book done. Again, there's simple strategies. You don't have to, if you get help, you can get people who have gone where you have gone. Okay, I shared with you when I was doing my master's in project management. Okay, I never used to use tutoring or anything like that, but the courses were challenging. And I just couldn't get what the professors were talking about at all. So I got coached and I got a tutor to help me to be able to do that. And everything became very, very easy that way. I was able to complete my stuff faster. And not only that, but I was able to finish with a 4.0 GPA. That's because I got help, especially in the latter phases. Most of the beginnings I did on my own, but I find that to be a struggle. Okay. Next thing. So get help, ask. Okay. So the Bible talks about that. Ask somebody, seek out the help, knock on doors, and people will be able to help you. So what you want to do is you ask yourself this: based on the goal that I set or that I will seek to accomplish in the next 40 days, who can be the best person to help me with that? Whether that be a coach, right? Get coach, get a personal trainer. If you want to lose weight quickly or you want to get in the best shape of your life in 40 days, then you know you can't just do it on your own for the most part, because again, hey, we had 7 months and we were not getting it done. So it's not likely if you just do it on your own or solo, you probably might not get it done for the rest of the year either. So what I'm saying is, that's not to belittle you. That's just, oh, that we have to face reality, right? So, but if you got a trainer that you can get to help you every day or to be on your case, I'm trusting me, trust me, right? You're gonna get it done. You're gonna get it done. Okay, so I've had a trainer before. I mean, a few years ago, I myself got in a slump, and but in order to kind of get back into the groove, I had a guy from my church, Jeremy, to help me with that. And so I mean, he's already, that's his world. He live in that world, very fit, buff guy. And so I'm like, hey, bro, I need some help. And I didn't have to, when I got to the gym, I just show up. I didn't have to bring anything like, what's the plan for today, right? Because all of that is what many people don't want to do. So all you do is you come, you follow the advice of the trainer, bam, you in and out. So they know exactly what goal you want. They're going to tailor a plan to make it happen, so you can get the kind of results that you want. So get help, get help, get help. So you get a trainer, get a coach, a business coach. If your business is not doing well, get a coach. If your spiritual life is in a slump, get someone to walk the journey with you. Get somebody who if you're trying to pray and you're not praying consistently, get somebody who is a prayer, there's maybe a prayer warrior, someone who loves to pray. Okay, don't get somebody who's struggling like you, because both of y'all are now struggling. You want to always get somebody ahead of you, someone who's already been there, someone who has the results. They don't may not have to be too far ahead of you, but at least they should be ahead of you. If the both of you are the same place, trust me, it's going to be a drag. It's a misery loves company. So on those days you're trying to lose this weight, they be like, well, I'm tired today too. It's like, girl, you tired today, man? You tired today? And guess what happened? Then both of you just kind of pet each other's wound for that day. So you don't want to do that. Get somebody who is ahead of you. If you are trying to pass an exam, a certification, whatever it may be, get someone who is already certified or who is a coach on their guru in this area, and voila, you will be able to see stuff done. You want to get a book written, get a writing coach or something. Get a publisher, someone who has gone there. If you don't know advertising and you need to promote you and advertise your stuff, don't try to figure it out. Just get a coach or somebody to coach you to do it yourself. Or the next thing is outsource it. Outsource it, outsource it, outsource it. Okay, let me tell you how this works and why again, because we have a limited time, 40 days. Now, if you want to do a whole lot of stuff by yourself, for yourself, it can take quite a long time. I told you, my first book took me 5 years to write. Not because it took 5 years actually in the writing process, but one of the reasons it took me 5 years is because I learned how to do graphic design, to cover design, interior layout. I'm talking about learning the Photoshop and stuff like that. And I did all of it myself, and I felt good about it. But guess what? It took 5 years. And so, but the writing itself did not take that long. I even edited my book, which of course now I realize, those are not the thing you do. But again, back then it was. So I was doing everything myself, and that became a problem. But now I outsource stuff. I need my cover design. I don't design my cover. I need the interior design. I don't do the interior design. I don't have to do the editing. I don't have to do none of that. And what does that do now? That frees me up to do what I'm good at, is coming up with the content. So that's another reason why I've been able to now get a book done in an hour, in one day, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. You know why? Because I focus only on what I can do. Because the editor can come up with the content, I can. So I focus on my greatness, right? My greatness is I can write and I can come up with content quickly, and I can get ideas down. When I get it down on paper, I don't have to mess with it anymore. I don't try to doctor it up. I just say, hey, voila, send it to the editor. The editor, bam, take care of it. They make it nice, send it back to me. I don't mess with it. I send it now to the interior designer. They lay it out, voila. When they come back now, and I do the uploading, of course, on Amazon and different platforms. But even that could be outdated, outsourced. So, but as far as production is concerned, production is done very, very quickly because now I have outsource capabilities. So you want to outsource some things, okay? Again, so that can be something that you consider if you write in your dissertation thesis, any kind of books or projects along those lines that needs editing. Send it to an editor. Don't try to edit it yourself. Matter of fact, that should be a rule, right? You just don't edit yourself because there are things you're just definitely gonna overlook. People who are in marketing and video production, send it out to a production team, a video team, a marketing team. Let them do it so you can focus on what you're good at, and now you can see how the thing will be achieved much faster. Does that make sense? Okay, so outsourcing. Today we can outsource almost anything. So that's a shortcut. That's a very, very steep shortcut in getting your goals done in 40 days. So if you want to, I'm just, like I said, I'm throwing out examples there. Now, when we say, for example, okay, when the losing weight, well, you can't outsource everything, but at least you're outsourcing the map and the plan part to your trainer. So all you do is show up. You just, okay, I need to be at the gym at 5, 6, whatever the case may be. Once you show up, you follow their advice. Okay, so that's a form of outsourcing plus getting help or coaching. So that's an example on that. If you want to make money or get out of debt, you can hire a financial planner, right? You can hire somebody like that. And for those in the online space or in our Monetize Your Skills Academy, we talk about if you want to make more money, there are many ways in doing that too, right? But you can outsource people to do your blogging for you. You can outsource people to do your website, get traffic. You can outsource all of these different things, and all you do now is focus on the money aspect. Okay, you receive and you pay down your debt and so forth. So, but you bless everyone connected with it as well. So that is to me the fastest way, especially for those who are in business and ministry, anything along those lines, because too often we end up doing everything ourselves, and that's what gets us overwhelmed when the going gets tough because we have everything else to manage. You still have your career, you still have all these other things going on around you, and so it's like people get overwhelmed and they give up or they procrastinate. Okay, and or they even get depressed and discouraged because we are trying to do too much. So that's why we also say you're not setting a whole lot of goals for 40 days. You're setting one major goal that if you achieve that one goal, it will pretty much trump like having 4 or 5 different goals. Okay, so that's how I want you to function. Alrighty, so let's see here. What are some other shortcuts? I wrote down a few things here. So yes, hire coaches. One, get a tutor, if you're in academics or anything along those lines, so you can get help. Outsource it. Another thing you can do to get the knowledge and information faster is you can probably take a course. Okay, there's some courses you can get on Udemy for very cheap. But you can take a course and learn the information quickly because, again, part of achieving goal is having knowledge and information and wisdom. So you might want to be able to buy a course or a book, right? Get a lot of books, right? You want to overcome, for example, in your spiritual life. But voila, there's a book. This is a quick read that can be done, and it has an audio book, which is just an hour or so. You listen to that, you get the knowledge, you get the information, and you can implement much faster rather than now spending a long time to acquire the information and knowledge. So you want to find, or you can go to a workshop or a conference, a seminar. If you go to a conference or seminar, those are short and you will get the information faster. So if you're into real estate, you want to do that, you can go to a conference about real estate or something like that, or attend a webinar like this and get all the information much, much faster. So think of that: speed of access, speed of implementation. These are the things that will help you really and truly up level your achievement in just 40 days. Okay, so that's it for today. Another tip, okay, I'll give another tip in a second. So what is your goal? What is your goal? What is your goal? What will you achieve in 40 days that will make a big impact in not only in your life but in the life of someone else? I want you to have it written down. Have you had it written down? If you don't have it written down by now, you're not ready for the challenge, okay? Because again, on Thursday, what we're going to be doing, we're focusing on actions, okay? Because we've already had a plan, we've already had our strategy, but now it's time to do, okay? We can't be talking about it, planning it. All of that is going to push you back because That's all that matters now is time and implementation, consistency. Consistent action over time builds great momentum that avalanches into goal achievement. Oh man, I have to replay that one. I think that's a good quotation somewhere, right? So I don't even remember how I said it, but something along the lines, hey, consistent action over time leads to increased momentum, which creates an avalanche of goal achievement. That's awesome. So think about it. If you consistently do something, by and by, you're going to be able to see the results. If you consistently exercise, you're going to see improved energy. If you consistently eat right, you're going to begin to lose weight. If you consistently study, you're going to get better grades. If you consistently do anything, you're going to get what the corresponding results are for that. By the way, that works in the reverse, both positive and negative, because that's why it's hard for many people to achieve greatness, because we have consistently done the reverse of what we're trying to do. We've consistently neglected our goals, consistently neglected our health, and thus we have gotten the results that match that. But if we also reverse it, and now we consistently do the opposite of that, then we should also be getting the same opposite results as well. Okay? So, are you ready for the challenge? 40-Day Greatness Challenge begins in 2 days. On August the 1st to September the 9th, we will be starting the 40-Day Greatness Challenge, where you will be able to achieve a major goal in your life and now make an impact also in the lives of others. It is very simple. We need 40 people in 40 days to make an impact in the lives of 40 other people. Will you be one of those individuals? If so, click right now below here and jump into this course. Register for it. It's just a simple $1 a day. That's all that it is. And so I want you to be part of this challenge. Every 10 days, we're going to be making assessments and we're going to be giving out prizes, because every day you get to earn prizes. Okay? I mean, points. You earn points every day. And as those points build up, you can redeem them every 10 days. If you let them stack up as well, you can, of course, redeem them over time. But there's also a penalty, because you lose points for not taking action. You lose points for not doing certain things. So you can redeem your points for books, courses, coaching programs, all of these wonderful things, clothing, right? You might want to get a t-shirt or something along those lines. But if you take the action, okay, because we only reward action, okay? Inaction does not get rewarded. Actually, it costs you. That's why we want you to pay $1, because that will help you to also be committed and make it happen. Plus, it's a little more fun, okay? So you don't lose much. You just say I lost $40, and that's for over 40 days. Come on now, we waste that on all sorts of things. Okay, so don't worry about that. Invite somebody. Will you invite somebody to also be part of this? Share this on Facebook. Share this in your email. Send a text message. Tell somebody that you're looking and you're taking the Greatness Challenge, and will they join you on the 40-Day Greatness Challenge to achieve one major goal in 40 days and affect the lives of 40 other people. If you're ready for that, go to strategicsecrets.com/challenge. Go to strategicsecrets.com/challenge, or simply, if you're on your mobile device, just simply click right below here. If you are on your PC, your laptop, and so forth, the link should be on the right hand side here if you're watching us live. But if it is indeed the replay, then everything is on the bottom here. Okay, one more tip. We're almost at 30 minutes here, so let me give you one more tip. So today's tip mainly is get help. Okay, get help, whether you outsource it, do it yourself, or with somebody else, but get the information so you can do it yourself. So you might want to buy a book, get a course, pay for consulting or coaching services, and you get the information that way. Or get a personal trainer who can help you, or get a tutor who can help you out. Get somebody who is ahead of you in the area that you're trying to achieve, and they will be able to walk you through the process. And you, trust me, will get results faster that way and better, because we only have 40 days and you want to maximize your time and your impact. Okay, next tip today is, in order for you to achieve your goal, I think we just mentioned it too, you need to be consistent. Consistency is really what happens. And that's why every day, trust me, if you already set the goal and you take action every day towards that goal, in 40 days you reach your goal. Trust me, in 40 days you reach your goal. I mean, I've shared with you that my strategy, every 100 days I work on my goal. We do 40 days because of our community here is a spiritual. But nonetheless, here's the thing. When you're focused, you eliminate what you're not supposed to do. So it's two-way, right? We call it in business, they call it the opportunity cost. So in other words, as I focus on this thing, I'm automatically not focusing on something else, rather than randomly and haphazardly going through life trying to do so many things and nothing gets done. Because the reality is, it actually takes more effort to do 15 things at the same time than it is to do one or two big things, and then you finish those, and now you can go on to those. For example, let's say you had four items, right? And four items, and you want to commit 20 minutes each on those four items. Okay, 20. Well, let's say how many minutes? 20, 40, 63. Okay, so you got three items. Let's go with three for sake of, random, I mean, easy numbers. Let's go with easy numbers. So you have three items and you have 20 minutes on each item. And so if you do the three items in 1 hour, you would have gotten three items, not three items done, but you would have put 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes there. In 1 hour, you show some progress in three different areas. Now, if for that 1 hour, I go ahead and just focus on one thing and got it done, in 1 hour, I would have gotten one thing totally completed. Whereas, yes, you have done this little bit, this little bit, this little bit, and you got nothing done. Now, progress is still to be rewarded. Progress is good. But my point is this now. What if the one thing that I achieved was so great and so amazing or so helpful that now it makes a little bit, a little bit, a little bit of each of those things dwarf in comparison? Okay, if someone is looking for a job, they might say, well, hey, this guy's finishing in 1 hour. He's done stuff. This other person, yeah, I see they made progress, but they didn't complete anything, right? Okay, so now after another 2 hours, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have another piece of this done, another piece of that done, another piece of that done. And well, in 2 hours, I got two projects entirely completed. Okay, and I'm, so voila, it's completely done. Now, in 3 hours, we all can get something done now. You probably would have something completed here, but because you're dividing your focus and energies, most likely you're not even going to get the main things done. So a little bit by a little bit is good when you have time, when you have a long perspective. So that's how life is, by the way, because we have so many things to do. But when you are trying to get something done immediately, and in a short period of time. That's why goal setting is important, because we have to prioritize what's important. A lot of people are working in the minors rather than in the majors. We're saying for the major things in life, focus specifically on a block of time and get those done. The things that are not so important, we can have a long-term perspective on them. Why? Because we can do a little bit by a little bit over time, and at least we're working towards the goal. If you think about it, for example, academics, school, you take 4 years roughly for an undergraduate degree, 2 years for a master's degree, and about 5 to 7 years for doctoral studies. So we know that's a long-term horizon, and it can be argued that that's important. But here's the thing: here's what's even more important. Again, if a person is taking 4 years to get a college degree, and somebody who says, I would rather, you say, okay, what's the important thing? Well, they both need a job at the end of the day. So I would say to the person, especially in today's economy, and you don't have funds, is you get a job and you are making money now, and then you can get your degree over time, rather than you commit to one thing. Of course, if it's something that pays highly, then it might be worth that. But at the end of the day, the person who did the job and got the information now, so in other words, let's say they learn a trade, so they got a trade and now they acquire a skill right now that they can use right now, making money right now. In 4 years, they have experience. But in 4 years, let's say they have 2 years or 3 years of their degree completed, that's still fine. They're ahead of the man or woman who actually just went all the way. And guess what happened? Now you're starting economically is at a disadvantage later on, because normally you're going to get an entry level position. So let's say this person here in the first year, they make $40,000. In the second year, they start making 50. In the third year, they're making 60. And then the person who graduates, let's say they even starting at 40,000, which is good. Now, by that time, though, the other individual is making $60,000 a year while you are making 40,000 with your degree. But here's the thing: you also have the debt, and you also have no experience. and you have to build up the experience rather than the person over here now already have the experience, have some college, and now they are promoted faster than you. Why? Because they have experience. They've been with the company, and not only that, but the boss know that they will have their degree as well. But not only that, they have a couple of years ahead of you with all those money that they have acquired. So that's why you have to think strategically about what is important and what's not important, and what you need to have the long-term perspectives with versus short-term. Me, I like both. So my thing is, I want quick learning. I love the world today that we live in because technology allows you to learn things fast. We're going to be doing a seminar, a webinar on that coming up soon as well. How to accelerate your learning with all the tools and technology that we have today. But I would rather have a whole lot of information right now, learn something right now that's valuable rather than waiting for someone to confer something on you in the next 4 or 5 years. Okay, because things change, times change, your health change, your life change, everything around us change. Okay, so if you can learn some entrepreneurial things right now, why not do it now? Why have to wait 4 or 5 years to get a degree? For example, you can learn entrepreneurship in a weekend, in a couple of days, 2 weeks. Even if it took you a month, I would rather spend 40 days learning all that I can about entrepreneurship management and marketing in 40 days than wait for 4 or 5 years to be able to know it. But then even if I get a quick certification, I can begin now with some skills and strategies now, and then I build up all the other stuff that I need later on. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so think about it. Do what you need to do now. Stop wasting time. Time is really, you cannot buy it back. Time is the only entrustment that God has given to us evenly, 24 hours, all of us have. And so the only difference, if you look at that, then the only difference that separates winners and losers and those who are ahead and those who are behind is simply how we all use our time. So that's it. That's it. Those are my tips for today. So we will get back on it again tomorrow. Remember, I'm here tomorrow at 4 p.m., but you only have now 48 hours to get involved in the 40-day greatness challenge. It starts on August the 1st, okay? August the 1st. We're 2 days away from that. And August the 1st is day one. And every day we count in 1 day until we get to September the 9th, which will be 40 days. Now, every day I want you to take action. Thursday on the 1st is not the day for you to begin your planning and organizing. Those are what we've been doing in the past couple of days. So your simple steps and action, your exercise is this right now. If you're not enrolled, first of all, get enrolled. strategicsecrets.com/challenge, or click right below this video, or if you're watching live, right here on your right if you're on a PC. Now, what you need to do is enroll right now. Okay, just click on the button and enroll. Secondarily, you need to write down your goals specifically. Okay, have it written down on your fridge, on your iPad, on your phone, wherever it may be, but it must be written down. My goal is to do X, Y, and Z in 40 days or by September the 9th. Okay, after that, now, the third thing you got to do now is write out your steps. What do I need to do in order to achieve that goal? What do I need to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many things you need to do. These are the things I need to accomplish that will help me to get to my destination. And today, I asked you the question from what we just covered today. Now, what you can do is ask yourself, who can help me to actually get this result fast? Who can help me? Is it a friend? Is it a teacher? Is it a coach? Is it a tutor? Is it it can be an outsourced person? Is it a CPA, a banker, a real estate agent, whoever it may be? Who can help me get to this goal fast because they're ahead of me and also they have the blueprint already? Who can help me? If you do that, I'm telling you, there is no way that you can fail on this 40-day greatness challenge. Make it a goal, because truly impacting people's lives is important, but also time is really important. So I want you to make your mark before the year is out. This is Chance, US Navy veteran, #1 best-selling author, implementation strategist, and I'm here to help you in the next 40 days accomplish something major in your life that will have a ripple effect in other areas also. That's it for today. Please join us again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central. Share this. Invite somebody to become part of the challenge. Give them the web link right here, strategicsecrets.com/challenge, and I'll see you on tomorrow. God bless. Bye-bye.